to their draft. They have to try to like secure all their lanes and try to snowball out of there and maybe just get early Roshan, something like that. Like team fight is just not going to be possible for them. They have to draft something that does well in the lanes, but at the same time, Fnatic, they don't really have weak side lanes. We saw the Ursa, we saw the Bane.
That's a gyrocopter.
Okay. I think I only saw one game in the group stage where Gyro was last picked, and that was for no one.
Q is currently top of the CS board, 15-3. That's pretty impressive against an Ursa.
Envy getting pressured under the tower. They glyph for this too, and Tiny's coming in.
That is a smart glyph. Usually you save your glyph to be able to win the mid lane, but this is a great opportunity for them to put pressure onto Eternal Envy. They are going to be able to get him with the Avalanche, slow him down. The death pull should be enough to finish him off, and that's going to be your first blood. Q picks it up on Eternal Envy.
Envy going down early.
Uh-oh, nice leap into an arrow. That was a cute little play from Universe. XCJ couldn't get there in time to be able to block it.
He might just juke it into the trees.
Tries to juke it into the trees, but that's a dead end, my friend. And they will trade 1-for-1 now. When Dive is on cooldown, he pretty much has no lane presence. What? He killed the courier with the tree. Nice little play there from PYW. And now they're going to close in on Eternal Envy. Tossing it back into Q, being able to get a good death pulse in. He has a clap, just trying to slow them down. Good use, though. The Ghost Shroud is going to also slow down Eternal Envy, hoping to be able to keep pace.
He's going to turn this.
But Eternal Envy sees the opportunity to be able to turn it around. They're slowed down for the attack speed by DJ, but Eternal Envy, he just pushed a little bit too far. Q, nice body block there from PYW. It's almost enough. They need another shot. He does have a tree. He's going to pick up the tree and take Eternal Envy down.
Q looked a little bit dicey there. He's used his Ghost Shroud.
Have some sort of fight in these jungle areas, and that's exactly what Universe was trying to set up there with Pylai Die. Instead, they find too many heroes of Serenity.
Gonna be a 4K gold lead. Bounty runes right now. Fnatic still posturing forward.
Dire are scanning.
Universe is going to throw an arrow to try and protect it. LSA goes out, and they do manage to get a really good slowdown there from the Phoenix. Skill Scepter goes off to be able to dodge a lot of damage. That just sets up the tiny millions, but he keeps on missing the sun. PYW, a beautiful setup, but it's not good enough. The Supernova already up. They have to retreat. With Alina dead, they have very little damage left. So Fnatic, they do manage to win this initial fight, but PYW, he does have another opportunity with that blink. They're going to go for the Ult Scepter from Q, slowing down this Visage. Now he jumps in for the Familiars. They jumped in. They managed to hit the stun with a follow-up arrow. The Reaper Sight is not going to be good enough. They completely whipped that one. Now, maybe, just maybe with GGG, they will be able to pick up one kill, and that's Universe is out of leap charges. But still, a decent exchange there for Fnatic in the end, going 1 for 2. This guy has both Yules and he has Ghost Shroud. It just seems very unnatural for an Ursa to try and go for that kill.
Yeah, and he's just going to reset into farming a little bit. 2K gold lead. Still a relatively even game here for either side. And the smoke attempt from PYW.
PYW does manage to grab Pylai Die once again, the ensnare into the arrow. They just keep on focusing in this Bane, but they're going to trade off significantly here. PYW has a lot more farm than Pylai Die. True to his name, he just keeps on dying over and over again. So you managed to trade off a little bit more gold to the favor of Fnatic for that one.
And that's,
well, I can kind of see that. Helps him against the Fire Spirits as well, right? When the egg goes down, get rid of that attack speed slow.
And everyone should have a BKB in this type of game.
Yeah. Does that include the Necrophos? Do you think he's going the right build? Centaur stun, nice double Centaur stun. The LSA arrow follow up. Too late for that one, and GGG just gets blown up. XCJ, he's going to be next on the firing line as Abed is able to take him down. Just kill the egg, and then they lose the fight. Or they have to just run away from the egg, and that just gives a lot of opportunities for arrows or Fiend's Grip.
Oh, Pylai Die.
Speaking of that, man, he's going to get the Nightmare off. Caught by the LSA, though. Dead
Pylai
again.
Die doesn't care. Because look at this, PYW.
Tries to get in there. Fnatic this time around do not manage to trade Pylai Dies for anything worth it. In fact, if anything, Abed may be caught here. PYW is going to toss it back into the team. That is a beautiful placement. They do throw out the Supernova, but there's so much damage to be able to protect it. The arrow's going to come in, but the egg does explode still with all of Serenity focusing it down. Abed.
And that's fully completed now. Fnatic, this is what we were talking about. Mid-tower with the Aegis. You need to be able to grab this. Serenity, you don't want to give this up for free. There's no pressure being applied on the side lanes. Universe is going to connect to the rest of his team.
Look
It
at
should be the big fight.
He feels like he's so tanky, and he might be right. The Gold Scepter being used on an enraged Ursa. That was not the initiation.
in the middle of everyone.
The Supernova. It does manage to go throw down, but the BKB activated by GGG with a flat cannon does manage to take that out.
This is a disaster.
And now Fnatic just falling apart now. This best of one. They get all wiped. And Aegis come back here for Eternal Envy's Ursa, but he's got nowhere to run to. He can't blink out. That is 6 people dead from Fnatic, all for an Ogre. Phoenix, they feel good about winning a team fight.
And they know that Roshan is up soon. Serenity smoked up. They want to try to find a core here.
PYW leading the way. His smoke is going to pop first. He blinks the wrong direction. Universe is able to leap away. Arrow misses there. DJ's on the side. They spotted out with the Death Pulse. Eternal Envy's going to be found here. PYW, he may not have caught Universe, but Eternal Envy goes down instead.
Highlight die.
Sleep
onto the Necro.
No arrow, though. And again, hard hero to kill.
Jinkyu gonna poke his head into the Roshan pit.
Where's my pension?
Jinkyu calling for them to go for Roshan. And it's no surprise, 25 seconds on Eternal Envy's Ursa, and it seems like Fnatic were having troubles being able to win team fights, even with him in the game. Fnatic are gonna go for a 3-man smoke. Are they going to stumble into the Roshan attempt? They're going to throw out the arrow.
The arrow hits.
Jinkyu, that's pretty good. He's at half HP. They may just try and get this one. XEJ, he's going to try and stop someone. Stop Highlight Die from being able to get Fiend Script, but it's still enough to be able to take out Jinkyu. But now Fnatic have to start retreating. XEJ, a little bit target alert. They do manage to get a Nightmare out on Selena, trying to set up on him, but he managed to get off the BKB before the birds drop. Now PYW comes in and just starts beating down PYW.
And he's got some bashes.
Supernova already going down. He does manage to get the bashes coming in, but it's not enough to be able to win that fight. But maybe on the Lina, it's almost enough. The Reaper Scythe is not enough to be able to stop him from killing the Lina. And now Jinkyu has to start backing away from Eternal Envy with no go shot up for 3 seconds. They do manage to get the stuns. He gets a little bit of a Spirit Vessel. Jinkyu is still surviving though, and Fnatic retreat back to their shrine. GGG threatening them with the missiles. But Fnatic underneath the shrine will feel like they can still reset. Serenity, they're fine with the way the team fight is gone because they can go straight back into Roshan and claim that Aegis and Cheese.
Everyone fought back for that on both teams, as the Aegis and Cheese is going to go towards Serenity. Like you said, the gold lead.
Oh, hit that shrine. We have our buybacks are going to be more effective. Honestly, Fnatic, just a display of brilliance, seeing that opportunity of the arrow and taking full advantage of it. Even if they don't get the Roshan themselves, they now have a window back into this game.
Envy buys out his BKB. This is the big fight. Serenity, they need to grab a Rex here.
PYW just goes for the quick kill on to Pylite Die. DJ comes in, does manage to hit some pretty good fire spirits, throws out the Supernova now. That's why GGG goes in. They need to be able to get the bash to protect the Supernova, and it's not good enough. GGG may die, but that's just going to be the Aegis, and there is going to be no go down. Universe is doing pretty good, but Envy still ends up falling. Abed gets some really good control, but there's just no damage to follow it up as Universe has already blown his BKB. They're going to finish off the Familiars and probably take the lane of Rax as well. Can they go for more, though?
It's a 3-on-2 right now. No buybacks on the side of Fnatic. Serenity should be aware of that.
No Familiars. Room. A lot of wiggle room for that Supernova to successfully go off, instead of just being a distraction, which for the most part, that's what it's been.
The early gem pickup from the Ogre is going to pay off. Fnatic now playing blind, but they're going to smoke up anyways with no vision.
Pylite Die, he's going to be the first one to break the smoke. XCJ is on the front lines as well. PYW is going to jump in, try and go for the Bane. Universe immediately tries to see that opportunity to go for him, but they're also blowing up Abed. Reaper Scythe comes in, takes him out. He does have a buyback. Eternal Envy turning with his BKB, but they just kite him around. This is the power of the Scotty and the Gyrocopter. Eternal Envy has nothing to be able to hold on to. The Moonlight Shadow drops the sentry, and there goes Envy.
Now they're trying to pressure the high ground. For Fnatic, this might just be do or die. Moonlight shadowed up.
They already have the sentries in place to be able to spot any attempts. Nightmare placed on the GGG. The arrow actually lands on him, but Eternal Envy, he took some damage there, so couldn't actually blink initiate at the right time. Slowly but surely, maybe not so slow, PYW does a lot of damage onto that tier 3. So Fnatic, they've got to come up with a response and fast. Otherwise, they will no longer have that tier 3 to rely on. Jinkyu takes a lot of damage here. There goes that Aeon Dinsky. Will be able to protect them. The Supernova goes down, but they get the Fiend Script onto the jar. Comes to the Supernova, still dies from ZYD. He managed to focus that on the back lines. Universe tried to go for the assassination attempt on Selena, couldn't quite get it and dies instead. He does have a buyback, but he's holding on to it now as he sees that his team is successfully repelling Serenity.
They're still 5-man strong right now. They've got the refresher on a Jin Q.
And they've already popped that, so they've got a second round of the Aeon disc. Jump in from PYW, he jumps and tries to take Eternal Envy, he managed to get the look on a blade. There goes Eternal Envy, there comes the buyback, and Reaper's side cuts down the Phoenix with no buyback either. He's dead for 2 minutes. And Arrow comes out, another swing and a miss there from Fnatic as they just seem to have no lockdown. Pylon die, he's just gonna die to flat cannon shots, not like this, Fnatic. A lane of Brax gone, Serenity, they see one more to go and they will have Megas, and they'll probably have the game in the bag.
Fnatic, if you get Mega here, that might just be all their hopes and dreams.
Trying to jump in, immediate Yule Scepter from CYD, stopping Eternal Envy. He tries to turn, but he can't really go on Jin Q. He's already ghost shredded, so he goes PYW, but he's the last man standing. Eternal Envy calls it GG from Fnatic. Team Serenity will move on in the International, and Fnatic will be eliminated.
That is such a disappointing result for Fnatic. One of the 2 Canadian players in this tournament, Envy, now knocked out.